Best of Reddit updates. My husband moved into our shed and won't come out. I, 33, female, have been married to my husband Matt, 36, for 5 years. We have a pretty normal life. Decent jobs, no kids yet, a modest house with a nice backyard and a shed that came with the property. Nothing fancy, just the kind of shed you keep a lawnmower in and forget about. Until last week. It started with a stupid argument. Like really stupid. I accidentally left the oven on overnight. He got mad. I got defensive. We both said things like, "You always do this," and "well, maybe you should handle dinner then," etc. Basic domestic grumpiness. He stormed off. I figured he just needed to cool down. Except, he didn't come back inside. After about an hour, I looked out the kitchen window and saw the shed light was on. I went outside and knocked. He opened the door and said, "I need space." I said, "Okay, do you want to take a walk or something?" He replied, "No, this is my space. I'm staying here for a while." I laughed, assuming it was a joke. It wasn't. It's been 8 days. He is living in the shed, like fully committed. He brought out his old college futon, a sleeping bag, 2 throw pillows, a small fan, and his Nintendo Switch. He even ran an extension cord from the house, so he can charge his phone and laptop. He's been ordering delivery to the shed. I saw him accept a DoorDash bag like he was checking into a tiny Airbnb that only exists to punish me. When I asked when he was planning to come back inside, he said, "When I feel emotionally safe in the house again." He also made a sign for the shed door. It says, "Matt's place. Knock before entering." The other night, he texted me from the shed while I was in our bed and asked, "Can you turn off the backyard light? It's messing with my meditation." I honestly didn't know what to say. He still goes to work, so he showers inside and uses the bathroom. But aside from that, he retreats back to the shed like it's his little monastery. I try to talk it out like adults. I've apologized for snapping during our argument. I even offered to do a full reset and go to couples counseling. But the only thing he had to say was, "I'll think about it. The shed is helping me reflect. I'm at a total loss. I don't know if I should keep trying or if this is his way of emotionally checking out. Is this some dramatic phase? Is he punishing me? Or has he genuinely found spiritual fulfillment between a weed whacker and a bag of birdseed?" I love the man, but I'm starting to feel like I'm married to a garden gnome with a Wi-Fi connection. Any advice welcome. I miss my husband and my shed. Update. It's been 3 weeks. 24 days, to be exact. And Matt's place is still fully operational. Thank you all for the comments, advice, jokes, existential shed memes, and genuine concern. Reading them has been weirdly comforting. It helps knowing I'm not alone in being baffled by my own marriage. A few of you suggested I burn the shed down to assert dominance. I won't lie. Tempting. But we still have a mortgage and an HOA that frowns upon arson. So where are we now? Let me start with the obvious. Matt is still in the shed. But the situation has evolved. Slightly. He now refers to it as the studio, which I guess is his way of rebranding a breakdown as a sabbatical. He's moved more stuff in. He brought out a Bluetooth speaker, a yoga mat, which he uses exclusively for sitting and looking contemplative, and a little whiteboard where he writes daily shed thoughts. Here are a few actual entries. Stillness is strength. Who am I without responsibility? Is hummus a meal? Forgiveness is a folding chair. Optional. Uncomfortable. Necessary. He even hung one of my scarves from the ceiling as a sound baffle. It is doing nothing, acoustically or spiritually. I've stopped knocking. Now I text first. Sometimes he answers. Sometimes he needs silence. I've seen him journaling. He has started referring to his time out there as my retreat. Not our argument, not the thing that happened, just the retreat, like he booked a healing weekend but forgot to invite his wife. He still comes into the house to prepare meals. We have basic conversations. Did you feed the cat? Can I borrow the car tomorrow? Where's the olive oil? But nothing deeper. He won't touch relationship talk. He says he's not ready. I did try the counseling route. I found a great therapist who specializes in conflict resolution and sent him the info. He said, "Thanks, I'll put on the shed bulletin board." There's no bulletin board. I think he's just being dramatic. But whatever. Things came to a head last Friday. I was having a rough day. Work stress, bad sleep, general life fatigue. I walked into the backyard at sunset, wine glass in hand, and just sat down in the grass. After about 10 minutes, he opened the shed door. I swear to God, he was wearing one of my old bandanas as a headband and holding a cup of herbal tea. He looked at me and said, very softly, "You okay?" I said, "No, I miss you, and I miss our dumb little life. And I'm tired of pretending this is normal." He didn't answer, but he sat next to me in the grass. We just watched the light change for a while. Then he said, "I'm scared that if I come back too soon, we'll go back to pretending everything's fine." And that kind of broke my heart, because I get it. Our life was kind of fine but not fine. The fight about the oven was never just about the oven. It was about resentment and routine and all the little things we both ignored until they stacked up like Jenga blocks. And then, surprise, one misplaced comment, and the whole thing tipped over. So now we're in this weird standoff. He's not staying in the shed because he hates me. He's staying because it's the only place where he feels like he can hear himself think. And as dumb as that sounds, I'm starting to respect it. I don't like it, but I get it. So what now? We've agreed to do one walk and talk a week. No pressure, no solutions. Just walking and talking. That's it. We did the first one on Sunday. It was awkward, then funny, then kind of real. He told me he's afraid we're growing into strangers. I told him I'm afraid I'm not interesting to him anymore. We both cried a little. He gave me his hand for a few minutes. Then we went home. He went back to the shed. I went back to the house. But for the first time in weeks, I didn't feel totally alone. We're not magically fixed. There's no triumphant "he's back" moment. But the door to the shed is open more often now. He started leaving little things on the back steps for me. A flower, a sticky note that says "you're doing great," a Twix bar. I've left him books, music playlists, my grandmother's quilt for the chilly nights. It's like we're pen pals. Married, backyard-separated pen pals. I don't know where this is going, but I do know this. Sometimes the person you love needs space. Sometimes that space is literal. And sometimes it's located in a shed next to a rake and a bag of grass seed. I still miss him, but now I feel like he might miss me too. And that's a start. What did you think of this Reddit story? Do you agree with the reader's verdicts? Leave your opinion in the comments and don't forget to subscribe. We are a new channel and we really appreciate your support. We publish stories with new topics multiple times a week. From Reddit Stories Bonanza, we wish you an amazing week.